Welcome back guys. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle received a new patch a few days ago in the form of update 4. This is the update log. I'll give the link to this site in the description of the video. This update includes many quality of life features and bug fixes. I'll highlight a few of them. We can choose to disable the center dot on the HUD. Developers have added an always allow skipping cutscenes option, letting us skip cutscenes even if we haven't watched them. We can cycle between local maps and level maps when viewing the journal in lowered mode. Now we can throw repair kits at the enemies. PC version of the game supports DualSense controller, also supports its advanced haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. Developers recorded new one-liners for Indy during fights for extra variety. Developers have improved ray trace global illumination on all platforms at no performance cost. Contact shadows have been improved, helping objects appear more grounded in the scene. In this game, we cannot disable ray trace global illumination. I'll be testing the game on my Rog Ally running on Windows 11. Will also update my Optiscaler mod guide for this game. I'll be using the mod to replace FSR upscaler with XeSS upscaler. We'll combine it with the in-game FSR Frame generation. I'll be testing the PC Gamepass version of the game. Before jumping into the gameplay, would like to thank keymailer and Xbox for providing me with a free monthly subscription of PC Gamepass. This subscription gives us access to hundreds of games. We can play these games for as long as we want until our subscription expires. Games from first-party Microsoft Studio and even third-party studios are available on Game Pass. Even EA Play membership is included. In India, Microsoft even supports UPI mode of payment. First, I'll be running the game without any mods installed, show you the base game performance. For this game, I have set the UMA buffer size to 7 GB. This game consumes a lot of VRAM. My Ally is running on BIOS version 341. I have installed AMD's GPU driver Adrenaline Edition version 25.2.1. Using a 27 watts manual profile, all three power values set at 27 watts. 900p resolution CPU boost disabled. Connected my Gulikit KK3 Max gamepad to Ally via Bluetooth mode. Launch the game. For the PC Gamepass version of the game, the game's profile does not pop up automatically in Adrenaline. No access to Adrenaline settings. In-game settings, display mode set to borderless windowed, resolution 900p, VSync off, FPS limit 1000, motion blur, chromatic aberration, frame grain disabled, sharpening set to 20, depth of field disabled as well, both settings. Using the low graphics preset, everything set to low. Advanced video settings, vegetation animation quality set to high. Upscaler set to FSR using its quality preset. FSR frame generation disabled for the time being. That's it. We are in. Look at that VRAM usage, close to 6.9 GB. CPU load is around 70%. City of Vatican. Lot of non-playable characters around me. FPS is within a range of 36 to 45. This game does not suffer from traversal stutters on Rog Ally, but some hitching occurs whenever we activate a checkpoint. I'll demonstrate this. See the hat icon. I activated a checkpoint that caused the hitch on the frame pacing graph. FSR upscaler in this game produces very ugly texture shimmering. You see the railing here producing that texture shimmer effect when I move. Same thing for the stairs. You can actually play this game at 900p resolution Rog Ally. This is just insane. Oh my god, what happened to this guy? Enabling FSR frame generation will help in improving frame pacing. I'll just enable the setting now. FSR frame generation on. Unfortunately, we cannot combine it with XeSS upscaler. Resume the game. The FPS increased to around 60. Look at that frame pacing graph, almost a flat line. Can observe the added amount of smoothness, but I'm also observing an increase in latency. Nothing extreme. Activated a checkpoint, caused the hitch. There are many checkpoints in this level. Another checkpoint. running around 55 to 60 fps. Yeah, afterburner overlay, beg your pardon, afterburner overlay flickers with FSR frame generation enabled. I'll drop the resolution to 720p. Apply. Resume the game. Yeah, FPS increased to around 74, gained about 10 to 14 FPS by dropping the resolution from 900p to 720p. I'll engage in combat now. Tag these guys. Oh my god, he retaliated. Block that tag. 57 to 65 FPS, not bad. Now I'll show you how to install Optiscaler mod. Before installing the mod, you need to disable the in-game FSR frame generation setting. Need to use a custom build of Optiscaler mod which is compatible with Vulkan API. It's the same build that I used in my previous Indiana Jones video on Rog Ally. I'll give the download link to it in the description of the video, or you can just grab it from Optiscaler's Discord server. Open the archive file and just copy the highlighted files, 3 of them. This game already supports XeSS version 2 upscaler, so we don't need to copy libxess.tll file from here. Now open the game's install directory, open Xbox PC app, go to your library, select Indiana Jones, click on the 3 dots here, click on manage, click on files, click on browse. Game size around 114 GB. Open the game's install folder, there it is. Open content folder, paste the mod files here. Sometimes the mod menu does not pop up in the game, so I'll make all of the changes in the mods ini file right here. Just set Vulkan upscaler to XeSS, the upscaler which we will be using. Scroll down until you find spoofing section. From here you need to set TXGI to false. Set Vulkan to false. Set Vulkan extension spoofing to true. Scroll down until you find init flag section. There it is. Just set auto exposure to true. Click on file, click on save, close. Now make sure no third party overlay like afterburner or RTSS is running in the background, otherwise the game will freeze at startup. Launch the game. I'll be using Adrenaline overlay to show you the performance metrics. Video settings, display mode, borderless window, 720p resolution. Motion blur, chromatic aberration, frame gain disabled, depth of field disabled as well, using the low graphics preset. Upscaler set to FSR, vegetation animation quality set to high, using the upscaler's quality preset. FSR frame generation disabled for the time being. Now after enabling FSR frame generation, do not open Optiscaler mod menu, otherwise the game will crash. Try to open the menu by pressing the insert key. Here it's working. Increase its size. Set US scale to 1.2. Upscaler selected XeSS. It's actually version 2, not 1.3. This is incorrect. Click on save ini. Close. Jump into the game. I'm in Vatican. Base FPS here is close to 40. Animation is looking a bit choppy, as expected. We are outside of Ally's VRR range, that is 48 to 120. Look at that VRAM usage, 6.9 GB. Activate the checkpoint, cause that hitch. Game is still running smoothly. 47 FPS here, that's why. Depends on the area. It's definitely playable on Ally. Less texture shimmering produced by XeSS compared to FSR 3.1. I'll enable frame generation now. In-game FSR frame generation. This game supports FSR 3.1, but the upscaler is not decoupled from frame generation. On. Resume the game. The FPS increased to around 67. can observe the added amount of smoothness. So good to see Optiscaler mod working even with the latest version of the game. Another checkpoint. In this area we were getting close to 74 FPS with FSR 3.1 upscaler and FSR frame generation. Yeah, 70 FPS with XeSS 2 and FSR 3.1 frame generation. Okay, I'll engage in combat now.
Bless you, Father.
Take out this guy. It's down. Game is running smoothly. (55 to 65 FPS). This is the game's opening sequence. Takes place in Peru. Look at that beautiful lighting. It's amazing. FPS is around 65. This is the game running with frame generation. Improved ray trace global illumination. Rog Ally can handle it. Look at the drop in CPU utilization. VRAM usage is close to 6.6 GB here. In Vatican, it was almost touching 7 GB. Frame generation effect gets disabled during the cutscenes. I'll just show you this. 60 FPS here. Trigger a cutscene. Yeah, FPS dropped to around 40. Skip the cutscene. FPS should increase to around 60. Yeah, 65. Equip my gun. Equipped items do not flicker with frame generation enabled. No flickering observed around the crosshair. Even the HUD elements are not flickering. Our shadows appear to be a bit blurry with frame generation on. Nothing extreme. It's a good experience on Rog Ally. That's it with the video, guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.